No. Yeah, I'm looking for Zabson's character. GMA professor. And, Cassidy. If that's the name, sure. K's office. I'm actually talking to K.
Keep on moving.
I don't want to keep Kaz waiting. I know he's exhausted.
Alright.
But seeing her go through all of that today
I
helped
don't
me
suppose
understand.
either of you have seen Professor
Professor.
Cassidy, have you?
You know, I just saw him. He said he had some business with
Professor
the
K.
headmistress and Professor K.
Deputy headmistress. Or, headmaster, I guess.
Thank you.
I love when she does that. Something so cool.
And the question is, how long is this debrief gonna take? I think I know what Albrecht's gonna do, but I can't do it without the other professors because I know they waited for me and that would be inconsiderate. So I wait to talk to them and then I can go do what I was gonna do. Albrecht will retire in a ball of flames. What's the idea? The idea is not death. So Albrecht's been thinking very long and hard about the fact that the enemy will do everything in its power to turn allies against each other. Now, the things Finn have done have been really fucking shady. And the way he's gone about them not only should have shattered a ton of the school's fucking literal laws, but absolutely warrants all the suspicion that's towards him. All of the warranted suspicion. However, if there is a chance that what he was doing, somehow, some way, was a threat to the enemy, maybe, just maybe, it's something that needs to be looked into. Now, the problem is, every time I've tried to look into it as Albrecht, I've gotten nothing from it. You know, that was the point of me sneaking in on his lessons. That was the point of me attending, some of the other fucking things that they did. And every time it's ended in no information. So, you know, we tried information gathering, we got nothing from it. There was a visit to Concordia? Oh, come on, dude. I'm actually jealous. I've wanted to go to Concordia for so long. But yeah, all the information gathering that we've done has resulted in nothing. I mean, it's streamed. There's a few hundred hours of it. No answers, nothing to speculate off of, nothing to build off of. So we can't really go either way, in any direction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This one. I like this one.
You know? How much do we risk
What do you think?
fucking,
I could eat the whole lot.
dealing with somebody who wasn't the enemy? You know what I mean? Albrecht has suspicions? Albrecht has heavy suspicions. Given what the character was supposed to be when he was made, this is setting off a bunch of red flags. But there's just like, it's so hard to explain. It's like all I can do is come here and whisper about it. But I can't actually like find anything out. I'm not looking for a definitive, he did it, he didn't do it. But something. You know what I mean? A trail. Something that'll make you think it's him one day and not him the next. So there's not been anything to go off of. So at this point, all he can do is exercise suspicion. The plan is to get the professor, who's willing to look at his wand, to come with me and directly confront him. I don't trust you. Give me a reason to trust you. Just give me a reason. Give me a reason to work with you. So. Hello, Soba. Man took down the barrier. I mean, nobody had quote-unquote eyes on. So, even though there's a lot of circumstantial evidence, because circumstantial evidence can put you in jail. Despite that, yeah, it's not definitive. Which is fine. I mean, out of character, I don't think Finn's evil either. I think when he arrived, he was supposed to be. I think it's changed. And I think that he is just supposed to be a man experimenting with something that's incredibly deadly and dangerous, and he knows he shouldn't do it, but he feels like there's an answer on the tip of his tongue, and maybe there's something there, but he's going to lose himself in the process, and it's going to become a tragic fucking story of how, you know, he lost everything to try and make a change. That's honestly my guess here. But you know, also if that's the case, that kind of nullifies all the other professors here, but I can only deal with what I got. Rava! Thank you, Rava. Well, see, I can't because I need the other professors, and if what we're doing is going to raise suspicion, Commander K can't know about it, because then that's a problem. They're all in the same fucking room. What brings you here?
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Mm.
Concerning who I believe, I assume.
Yeah.
I was going to have a talk with him myself. Shortly. Whatever you're going to do, you best do it quickly.
I say me plan something.
Go get your answers, Cadet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well then, you see that's resolved itself.
Yeah, just about. For the most part.
Good. Are you still busy, Professor?
I do believe I am clear for now.
I've thought long and hard about this.
Yes.
And I believe we should take a different approach. An approach, but a different approach.
Okay.
Direct. I feel willing, that is.
Directly approach him.
It'll not be a
Confront him?
confrontation. It will be explained to him he understands that our enemy works in a particular way, and he must understand that. That there are things that we must be assured of and be careful of if we are to trust one another. I will merely ask him to let you look at his wand. I do not see why he would
Okay.
not. I believe the cadet wants to have a word with them as well. Give them a very little amount of time.
I will let you do most of the speaking then,
Good.
since you seem to have this a little bit more planned out then.
Means you won't be held accountable for anything that goes awry.
Yes.
I'm going to get something. I'll be right back. I doubt I'll need it,
Okay,
but
then.
I'm on a crystal.
Chromatic glass would be also good if possible.
Good idea. I'll be back, Professor. Question, if I may ask.
Yeah.
Would I know where to find chromatic glass bracelets?
There should be some stored in the prison for use, yes.
Fair to assume I could go and take one?
Yep. Professors have access to those as well as guards.
Then I will be taking one just in case for my conversation.
Albrecht knows enough about how these work to basically know that you would have to apply it and then use the spell to bind the person to the glass. So there is a delay where it could be interrupted, but
Understood? That's why
he's
I brought
experienced with
back up.
this. So yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sure Lieutenant knows that.
Sure hope I'm not hot micing. Well, Darius, yes it would. Revan, it could be. But I thought about it. I don't know if Albrecht would do that. Considering how old he is and how patient he's supposed to be and so on and so forth. I'm just too used to trying to push roleplay. I feel like holding a wand, though, so I'm just gonna bring a wand. Lupindo, Filimanjaro. Can't click it. Well, they're over here. Nah. Because then I have to float around with it. Yeah, well, that's true, Conf. I just... I don't care for it. I should just get it put on my model. Should just get Albrecht updated. Wow, wow.
All right.
Have it, to be on the safe side. Fingers crossed, it won't be necessary.
Hopefully.
Hello. Shove these things in my pockets. I'm sick of holding them.
Can't say I don't blame you.
Surprisingly, we have quite roomy pockets.
It is nice.
Magic.
Give the cadets 5 minutes and nothing more.
Okay then.
Two minutes.
Yes.
Right then.
Okay.
I see a bit more.
Moment of your time, Professor.
Of course, Professor's happening.
If you'll give us some time, Cadet, you may resume your conversation shortly after. We will not be long.
I'll be outside.
Very well.
How can I help you, Professors?
You've got quite a stir, Professor. I'm sure you're aware of this.
Are you here to question me as well?
I don't believe I've ever sat down and questioned you.
Well, let it be a first, then.
As you already know, there are concerns.
Eh?
Many of my own. That being said, I wanted some answers from you directly, in private.
Of course. Okay, how can I help you?
I'm unsure. Hello?
Greetings, Professor.
Hello?
Huh?
Professors, do you mind if I have a moment with Kay? Is this
Sure.
urgent?
I will wait outside.
Thank you.
But we're interrupted. Wonder what that is about.
He asked who was in there.
I'm sure. Almost certain he had his wand at my back.
I didn't notice it, at least.
When I turned
Could have
around,
missed it, though.
he was lowering it and putting it away inside of his jacket.
Might have missed it then.
Good to know where he stands.
Interesting timing.
When Kay came up, did he have his wand drawn?
When I turned around,
Yeah.
I only saw him putting it away.
He had it before you entered.
Now it's to confirm he came rushing up here with his wand drawn.
I think that confirms which side of the fence he stands on. Great.
Quite the lineup.
Mm.
Is Professor Varian inside, do you know?
He is not.
He's not.
So he's learned invisibility, because I cannot find him anywhere.
It's not timely at all. Either somebody said something or there's a ward. Or Kay completely lied to Albrecht's face, talking about utilizing him in defense of the Academy, and just used it to confirm that he was an air quotes pseudo-enemy. What's the point of me being here again?
He answered differently than when he answered before burying.
Oh, so.
He said he wanted to give up, but he seems pretty defensive now.
Who wanted to give up? Finn.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind there's something on his mind. This table is covered in caffeine and alcohol. This bloody secrecy is going to be the end of us all.
Yeah.
Oh, while I am thinking about it, I unfortunately didn't get too much time to research with dealing with the whole incident with the guards. And while I do have my knowledge, being as old as I am, at least especially in comparison to humans, I might not, if it is what you think it is, I might not be able to properly identify it fully. So I would hope that a better look might shed some light for you as well.
Some information is better than no information. And we have been rolling on no information for nigh on a year. And that is dangerous.
Yes. Do you want to give it a time limit?
I am remaining patient at this moment.
Guess he would like to speak with you.
I would certainly hope so. Thank you, Professor.
He has asked me to stay behind. If you don't mind, I'll just be in the back.
I do mind. I came here to speak with him alone.
You can guarantee the safety of everyone in that room.
As long as nothing is done to threaten them, yes. I came walking here to speak to the professor. I didn't come bursting through the doors with my wand drawn.
Be that as it may, you can understand when someone has asked the administration to stay back, that they should oblige.
There is absolutely nothing that I have done to warrant that kind of concern. I'm here to speak with the professor.
I don't know, someone may have said something that made him a little uneasy.
I'm sure.
And I know some... well, their tongues usually say things to put people on edge.
I'm sure you of all people would know why everyone's on edge.
I do. So you should understand that I'm not here to do anything other than ensure everyone is safe. So it shouldn't be a bother that I'm in there.
It is, because it is a private conversation, Professor. If I wanted to speak with you alone, I would have said the same.
I don't know what you would have of me. This is his request.
I find that both very interesting and disappointing, Professor.
Just doing my job, Professor.
As am I. Which is why I was seeking to have a conversation with a man that there are so many secrets about. I find it quite interesting that people have come and go from this office all day, without any security. The moment I show my face, you come running with your wand drawn.
What are you trying to say, Professor?
I'm saying it's very clear that I just want to speak to Professor Finn. If I had ill intent, it would not be on this ship.
At this point, I'm in a rock and a hard place. My job and duty requires me to be here to ensure the safety of my staff.
Was that not the job of the soldiers here, Professor?
Yeah, but was it directly asked of me to stay? Professor, this shouldn't be an issue at this point.
It absolutely should be an issue. The fact that two people will be able to have a conversation without someone overhearing or being present. This behavior is alarming.
What's alarming is some of the behavior and thought processes that have been going on of late that are counter to unity and collaboration.
Such as preventing two entities from speaking to each other about their concerns. I agree.
Professor, again, this is now duty-bound by my station, not my personal wants.
You have the authority and ability to figure out what is a lawful order and what is not. There is absolutely nothing on my record, or my person, or my reputation to suggest anything otherwise. This is conjecture.
Other than your hand that is glowing of dark energy, my friend.
My magic. An arm that I lost in service to this academy, because I am loyal to this academy.
Sir, I'm just saying that there are dark things that happen to all of us at times.
An interesting choice of words, Professor. And I wonder what that means to you. And how that applies to you.
A man looking for deceit in words will find them, even if they are not there.
I am sure. Which is why it is in a man's best interest to speak with someone rather than believe in conjecture and second-hand rumors. But when that sort of action is prohibited
then I'm here.
by someone out of suspicion...
It is not prohibited. At this point, I cannot help you. We either
then I
go
shall
in
seek
or
out
we do not.
the headmistress. Forgive me, Professor.
Fair enough.
Am I required to stand guard, sir? I was told Professor Finn required that for all meetings.
Why do we try? I'm actually really disappointed. Because there's everything that my character could have done, right? Could have gone invisible, could have breached it quietly, could have lied to Kay. But instead we chose to go and talk to him, to find out his intentions, to find out what's going on. Right? We chose to confront him in a non-violent way.
Sorry about that.
I suppose it's pretty obvious at this point. A shame. I had wanted to speak to the professor and hopefully find an answer.
And you are going to speak with the headmistress?
Yes. Silent.
Yes, darling.
Is the headmistress available?
She is. If you're doing anything crazy, though, I'm gonna be heading to bed here soon. So, but yes, she is available.
Albrecht's a little grumbly in coming to the office.
Okay, give me a moment.
Thank you very much.
That timing was very interesting.
Yes. And unfortunately, it prevented any sort of diplomatic questioning.
Yes.
The interesting part about it, Professor, is a week ago I offered myself to Kay. Offered my services to deal with Finn if necessary. Because he himself painted him as a threat.
It's quite immediate, really.
Yes, as you heard from the other cadets, he was quick to run with his wand out.
Yes.
door is locked.
sorry.
But open.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's alright. Professors, how can I help you today?
I'm sorry to bother you with this, headmistress, but I was hoping you could assist me.
Very well. Are you here for both the same reason?
Yes.
Very well.
Obviously, it is no secret that there is a swirl of discontent around Professor Finn. I tired of the rumors,
Yes.
and I wanted to sit down and talk to the man. I wanted to find out what he was thinking and what he was doing. I didn't want my information to be secondhand. The conflict is not necessary. The professor was coming with me here not only as a witness, but as a mediator. When I went to go inside, headmistress, Professor K came running up the stairs with his wand drawn, and when he came through, it was pointed at me. When I was turning around, he was just putting it in his jacket. Several cadets witnessed him come wheeling around the corner, armed. He asked me to step outside. I did so. I did not give any sort of disagreement. When he came back out, he told me the only way that I would be speaking to Professor Finn was if he was present. Shortly after, guards arrived on the ship. He has refused to allow me to speak to the professor, and says that it is now his duty to be there if I'm going to. I wished to speak to the professor alone, and because he is the deputy headmaster, there is nothing I can do about it. I'm appealing to you because this is your academy.
Right. Well, let's go find out why Professor K and Professor Finn need alone time.
I'm going to be honest, headmistress. The things that the deputy said were very targeted and inflammatory, as if I was going to do harm to Professor Finn of my own volition. He then drew attention to my mana arm, citing that it is swirling with dark energy. He outwardly claimed that I was the enemy without saying so.
Let's see if we can figure this out, shall we?
I will be very clear, headmistress, even if I must go in with chromatic glass upon me, so I am no threat. I wish to speak to the professor alone.
Yes, well. We'll see what we can do. Because I want to see the problem in the first place.
I understand.
Really, I'm sure this isn't unwarranted, but I need to know why. I don't want another issue. Cadets?
Shall I wait?
Come at least on the ship.
Understood. I will wait here.
Right. If you would. I'm going in.
Something you
Okay,
should
I need to speak with both you and Professor Finn, seems. You would.
That's fine. I'll talk with you later, then.
I'll see to it you're not disturbed.
We will see what comes of it.
Yes.
I suspect nothing. Nothing good.
I am ready if necessary.
I understand.
What if they exit hostile?
I doubt that will be the case. But if they did, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Do either of you need something?
Not from you, soldier. You may return to your post.
We cannot trust each other, Professor. Can't trust anyone, now can we?
Well, we are in a sticky time, aren't we?
I say you stand out in the night air.
Mr. Albrecht.
Yes,
Great to speak with
headmistress.
you. Well, I'll be sitting in on the conversation, if that is amenable.
Very well. That works for me.
Very well.
Security has been handed
Let's
off.
go have a
Professors?
talk. 7 C's.
Deputy?
also be joining, it seems. Very well. I'll sit back.
Thank you, Headmistress.
Don't think this is necessary, but I will.
Nor do I, but I trust you.
Now all that silly kerfuffle is over, please, by all means, explain what you wanted to talk about.
As I was saying before, Professor, neither of us are any stranger to the fact that there is a miasma of opinions, fears, and beliefs about you. I think I hear a new theory every other day. Rather than hear them, I wanted to hear things from your mouth directly. I have never had the opportunity to sit down and pick your mind about these things. I am somewhat disappointed at the moment that I do. Security is necessary. Have I done something to offend you?
The campus has been heated recently with actions, as you can hear, and I've heard things about you as well, Professor.
I'm sure. When I first came here, the cadets called me a CAF spy, if you would believe. None of them would talk to me the whole first year. They avoided me like the plague. Illusions. That's what made them worried the most. They believed I was here to destroy the school from the inside. Truly. I thought about that for a bit the other day. Now, while our beliefs are vastly dissimilar, I cannot help but feel and see a parallel. Make no mistake, there are things that you did when I first met you that concerned me. Such as the desire to execute prisoners when we were at Corrytown, taking it back from these bandits. Or how heavy-handed you were with your subordinates. I suppose different officers are zealous in their own way. I'm not here to admonish you for it. My concern is the bigger picture. There are cadets whose morale is plummeting and their trust in the administration is failing because they believe that 110% you intend to do something against their health and the betterment of this academy. Now, there's a lot of circumstantial things that have happened that I think even you can agree looks unfavorably upon you. No direct evidence, of course. We both can agree on that. But
I have agreed to every accusation, yes, that it is rightfully made.
I want to hear it from your mouth, Professor. What it is that you actually are doing here. What you actually are intending here. The very thing that you keep so secret. Nobody knows, and thusly, because there is a gap for truth, fears fill that breach.
Professor, there is no secrets. I hate to inform you, but every time someone has walked into my office and has asked, like today, which quite a few cadets did, in fact. I don't know if you've spoken to Barian, Rise, Izunami, Lila, Kay.
Yes, a couple of them I
even the
encouraged
headmistress
myself.
herself.
Which is why I wish
I
to
believe
do
I
it
even explained.
myself.
I believe I even explained to you on the first day my intentions and desires here. Maybe it fell on deaf ears.
Not quite, Professor. However, a number of events took place after your arrival here that did make you look incredibly suspicious. There's no reason to hide that or bounce away from it. That is the case. You are surrounded by suspicious events. Now, we both know that what it is that we do here feeds off of things as such. The point of me talking to you is to try and clear that miasma away. Of course, nothing will be 100% perfect. But you can have the cadets and the staff sitting halfway across of the academy, wondering if you're plotting to destroy them. Or you can try to speak to as many people as possible, even if they don't fully understand what you're doing, so they can hear it from your mouth and your mouth alone. That is why I'm here. And unfortunately, the first time that I wish to come here and hear you in earnest, I am met with someone who has a very strange connection to you, that for whatever reason will not let me speak to you alone.
Then I will be truthful. I have a bracelet. If I put mana into this, it will alert K. He has an opposite one. And if he told me if I ever felt I was in danger, that I could use it. Today has been a very stressful and accusatory day, Professor.
I believe
and
it.
Recent events this week, this month, have led me to be a paranoid man, which I'm not usually. So, I asked for him to come to the office to at least stand by.
The problem with that, Professor, is Kay came running, seen by multiple cadets, with his wand drawn. And when he came in, you knew where it was being pointed. That is quite the reaction.
Let me explain. The conversation we had when sharing these bracelets was if I was ever in danger.
And you felt
Suppose
that
he thought I was in immediate danger.
my presence was danger to you.
Professor, like I said, I have my suspicions of you as well.
The difference between yourself and I, though, Professor, if I have not been surrounded by any of these miasmic activities that have put you at the pinpoint of when something has gone wrong, or a barrier has gone down, or an enemy has breached us, I am not at the center of those. However, I came here with an open mind to try and speak to you. I have my own thoughts about Kay.
Paranoid.
You were transparent with me, I'll be transparent with you. I sat down with Professor K, and I offered him my services should you become a problem. If you needed to be restrained, if you needed to be rendered inert, if you needed to be tailed or watched. He agreed. He agreed. I was tasked with finding something on you. That's what I was told. Now, I fully intended to do that, Headmistress, Professor. That was my full intent. But you see, the Professor here is playing both sides. Whether it's to, maybe in his mind, diffuse conflict, he's making it worse. And rather than act on that, rather than corner you, I want to find out what's going on. I don't believe that you are completely the enemy. And I will say this openly. I believe you are afflicted by the enemy. I have said this before. That does not make you evil. That does not make you a bad man. That means, however, that your hopes, dreams, and ambitions are at risk. And they may push you to a weakness where the enemy can strike. I do not say this to be vile. I do not say this to insult you, sir. There is obviously something bothering you. Your desk is covered in alcohol and caffeine and tea. You look like a jittery mess. And you're working by yourself. And there is nobody here at your side that is able to evaluate if you are all right, if you need help, or if you've lost. We all need that, all of us. Not just you, you're not the odd one out. But you being isolated in here, and the cadets freaking out, thinking that perhaps you may be the enemy, that's no small accusation. That, even if it's not true, Professor, I want to believe it's not, even if it's not true, those gaps give the enemy the foothold they need. They turn allies against each other.
Ask me, Professor.
That's why I'm here.
I know why you're here.
Then if you're going to listen to what I have to say, and everything that goes forward, I want to work with you. I want to know what's going on. Not to report to somebody else, not to report to Kay, not to report to the headmistress. I want to know what's going on with my cadets, with our academy. I want to trust you. Because right now it's very hard. I look at you and I see a man on the
What do you wish for me to say? By all means, help me, work with me. It is not as simple as that, Professor.
Of course not.
I'm sure you understand.
And there is more that I would explain to you if it was in private, but it is not. That being the case, I'm tired of playing the games, the cat and mouse, when there's probably not even a game to be played. We are giving too many openings to the enemy with this distrust. If you really want this to pass, and you don't want to have to corner yourself in here worried that somebody might stick a dagger in your ribs, to the point where you think you need guards, then work with someone. I'm not looking to interfere. As I said before, I'm looking at a man that feels like he's on the brink. Either you have a choice or something.
Stories have you heard about me, Professor Albrecht?
Gods.
I'm sure you've heard everything by now.
I don't think you want this visit to be that long. I've heard plenty. Good and bad. Mostly bad.
Come to accuse me of killing the person I love as well?
No. I have my curiosities. I think something happened there, but we've all lost something to someone. Be it passion, knowledge, mistakes, whatever they may be.
Yes, and I gave up. I gave up a lot of myself, Professor. Because of that loss. For this wand. For my ambitions, my goals, for her. For just the principle itself. When she went missing, us three would go to the library and read these books in restricted areas that would tell us, you would not believe, the magics that I know. These rituals. I even performed one with a cadet. Cadet Lila. With her consent. And you know what it told us? You know what it gave us? Information, insight on our enemy.
But we don't know.
That was the first thing I did when I lost her, Professor. I fell into a dark hole and searched in the darkest places for an answer of where she could be.
That's why. I'm not blind to it, Professor. At first, I thought it was just a confrontational man who was absorbed by his studies. But those studies are filling a hole. You can't fix that hole by saving everything else. You have to come to terms with that hole. I'm not here to harp to you about...
And what I have come to terms with is I am willing to put my life on the line for this goal.
Put your life on the line then, that's fine. But you don't have to do it by yourself, and the last time it was done by itself, we lost the war. That's what I'm trying to say.
I have, for years, attempted to work with people time and time again. But people fear, and they act on fear. People do not want to work with these taboo magics. Even uttering the word of the darkness out in the open can get you killed or hanged or worse. It is not something you invest your life into. It is not a war to be fought with other people. It is one you walk into alone and die along by yourself. If you can do something about it and change the world on the way and make history, then so be it. But I am not going to drag other people down with me.
Perhaps
to
people
make
walking
history.
into the dark one by one is only buying time, Professor, instead of a solution. Buying time.
And you are not the only people I am having to persuade.
I'm not interrogating you.
My majors, my higher-ups. It is apology after apology. Asking for more time after more time. They expect results from me.
Then work
I did not
with
get this
someone,
position.
Professor. You're overwhelmed. You're cracking. Look at your desk. You're trying to stay afloat. You've taken on more than you can by yourself. We are all here facing the same threat. We cannot stop it the same way we did last time. I know this. There is no solution here. Even if we trained 20 more generations of cadets, we'd never stop it. I'm fully aware.
You don't know that.
Then how about you try showing some people who are willing to hear you out?
It is not as simple as that. Why I was brought to this campus, why I came here, was to be closer to the very thing, the entity itself, where it is hidden, so I can research it closer. I cannot just walk up to the door and open it and look inside.
The point is, Professor,
But people do not trust the work I do, and when I do work with people, I was accused.
They don't, you're correct. But they also have every right not to. They know nothing about you. And you have been very careful and secretive about your work. To a degree, I understand. I get where it's coming from, and that you are being forced to give answers for something that may or may not pan off in the end. And it's your ass in the balance. But even you have to understand that you're leaving chinks in your armor. For that doubt of your fellows and your peers, because one of them might be subverted. And the enemy will whisper into their ear and widen that gap and convince them he needs to go for the greater good. And the only way to prevent that is to give a reason to trust. To show them what you're doing. Even if it gets them to side-eye you, they still know. But when they're left with nothing, Professor Finn...
What I was the first one to approach is an army. I could tell. The magic she had on her. The artifact she had. I was the first to offer her help. I was the first to offer all the people that were inflicted in this academy help. And instead of going to the CAF and writing up a report, Professor, that these cadets should be hanged and killed for being manipulated by the darkness, I helped them. I listened to their visions. I gave them hope, taught them spells and how to calm their mind.
You're preaching to the
I
choir,
have sat in my office every day. This does not stop anyone from coming in and speaking with me.
This is the step to take to get them to come and talk to you. Is an army spoke to you? Because I told her to try. Every cadet that's come to you, save Rise, I've spoken to. And said to make up their mind for themselves. Because the enemy will tell you what to think, and they'll use other people to tell you what to think. I tell them to come speak to you to figure it out. And you can ask them if you don't believe me.
What is the motto of this academy?
We are united as one.
United.
We stand united as one. Why do you ask?
I'm pretty sure that motto was made for a reason.
The motto was made because it took everybody being united for us to scrape by in the lives of the innocent to win the original war. Because everybody didn't trust everyone. Everyone pointed fingers. And when it was too late, everyone decided to band together and we almost lost it all. And this academy is supposed to prevent that. So again, Professor Finn, I'm extending the olive branch that might make your work here a lot easier and more successful. I want to work with you. I want to sit here with you and figure out what it is I can do to assist. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's also to ensure that there is no fears that the enemy has taken you. And you can do the same for me. Because I have no one who can do that for me.
I am not inflicted, Professor.
You don't have to touch it to be afflicted, Professor. You know this.
I know this.
Then it should not bother you. You get to keep an eye on the person you distrust the most. And in turn, I have absolutely nothing that I can say negatively about what you do because I have witnessed it. If I must, I will wear a chromatic bracelet, so you are safe.
You have witnessed everything I have done here at this campus, Professor.
I have not.
It is these cadets that have whispered conspiracies in your ears.
They are terrified of you.
And you have let them form your opinions as well of me.
Again, we've come
Professor.
full... Yes, Headmistress.
I believe if Professor Albrecht had truly thought that, he would not be here to speak with you like this. I, for one, agree with Professor Albrecht. I think he should work with you. I think that it would be a good change. A good way to invoke trust upon you in this academy. It worked with Cassidy, him foreseeing your business with Rise. It has worked, well, relatively successful with both you and Kay working together on the barrier, though that had its hiccup. Regardless, have someone to rather witness what you do and how you do it.
I'm not your enemy. And I don't want you to be mine. There's too much bloody secrecy here. Too much looking over shoulders. I want to put it to an end.
And we will.
You agree then?
Reluctantly. Yes.
I think that's a good step in the right direction, Professor Finn.
Very much so. Now that...
Tomorrow, the cave. I will bring my chest there and show you everything I know.
I will be there.
Sorry to waste your time, Headmistress.
Let's just hope this doesn't have to happen again, yes? I'd rather not have to babysit my own professors like children.
Thank you, Headmistress. This would not have been possible without you.
that it was amenable. That being said, it seems there is another issue we must speak on. Professor... I do apologize. I always forget her name.
Selene.
Selene. Seems you have come to know quite a great deal. Today, and I imagine before that as well. I have come to realize secrets are not well kept in this academy, and yet they are in a way. I'm sure you understand there's a reason. There has been reasons why we cannot speak of such things to you. Real such things to you.
I do understand the
However,
different reasons, yes.
Considering it seems that whatever I do, what you're going to know, perhaps it is time that you and your academy understand what we're dealing with. We'll speak on it in the morning. Perhaps before you leave. You will know what you need to know.
Thank you, Headmistress.
In the meantime, I think it is time we all adjourn for the night, at least me.
Agreed.
That's okay?
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you for hosting us.
Would you like me present at the cave as well?
That is up to the Professor, though I do not believe so.
By all means, I do not mind.
Thank you, Professor Finn. I will see you tomorrow at the caves. If you'll excuse me.
Of course.
To think that all that trouble was caused for nothing. Glad the headmistress was here.
Yes. And looks like an extra benefit was reaped.
Very much so. Not the internum, but might be better, actually. Thank you, Professor.
Of course. If you do not believe you will need my services, excuse me, my services tomorrow, then I will let you be alone with Finn then.
Very well. Thank you. I still intend to keep in touch, however.
Understood.
If I come across...
And I would hope so.
If I come across anything else, I will seek your counsel.
Yes. And as I said before, if I'm called, I will do my best to arrive.
Thank you, Professor. I'll hold you to it.
Yes.
Oh, all right then.
Evening, Professor.
Evening, professors.
Have a good night, Albrecht.
You as well. You're right there, Professor.
Indeed, I was sparring with one of the cadets.
Tonight was a clusterfuck and a half.
Yeah, seems that I ended up missing something. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. To fill you in, Kay, as soon as I entered his office, came running around the corner with his wand drawn, right at me. Created a big stink about it. But, and hopefully things will be smoother for it. That's my hope, anyway.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully so.
Cooperative days ahead, that's all we can hope for.
Once again, thank you, Headmistress.
Sure.
you. It was a good suggestion. I do appreciate it.
I have them sometimes, ma'am.
Yes, don't we all? Sometimes we have good ideas.
As I was saying, the Professor K had come around the corner with his wand pointed at my back. I turned around just in time to see it put it away. Several cadets witnessed him run over. He refused to allow me to speak to Finn, unless he was present. I, of course, refused. I was not going to adhere to that protocol, not in the least. So I went to the headmistress. She overruled it. She was present, but I had to take what I could get. It's been quite a night.
I see. I imagine so.
I don't suppose...
Suspicious, if you ask me.
I don't suppose... Oh, that actually is burying right there. If you'll excuse me.
By all means, Professor.
Thank you, sir. You have a moment, Professor Berrien.
I wish to speak with Liang.
If you are busy, then I will let you go.
This is much... Speaking with you is a rare project. We rarely have the time to actually set aside for each other.
You know, usually I will admit I'm rather flippant towards idle chatter. But I have found myself enjoying the moments I get to speak with you. It's a rare pleasure.
What sort of scenery would work best for this talk?
Somewhere other than my dreary office, please. Wherever you wish.
How about the roof of the hall? Night air? Rarely traveled. And it's away from where the cadets should be going.
Yes, a little bit of quiet tonight would be nice after that issue.
I'm sure you'll explain what happened there. I was on my way to give findings to the headmistress, but I had to settle for the deputy.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
You'll be happy to hear this, actually. It's fine. I'm sure you have. You still work closely with Miss Fang, yes?
Yes, I do.
Please check on her. He was accusing the headmistress of several things after assembly. Almost had herself thrown in the dungeon again. And she almost lost her temper with Kay as well, when he was trying to help her.
I will do so.
Today.
That's why I took the action I did. Even if it's risky.
Some of the cadets are growing quite restless. And reckless.
I wouldn't call it restless, Professor. They are afraid. You and I both...
Most of us are afraid of something.
On your desk, Marion.
Thank you, Andy. I'll see to it. He's a good man.
You and I both know, Marion. that it's the waiting before the fighting that is the worst, when nerves are their weakest.
That is normally why I rush straight in. Get it over with.
And here I thought it was just you leading by example.
My patience is often tested here.
Yes, I can understand that.
Isn't this so much nicer?
Perhaps a seat on the
I'm
stairs.
actually surprised that I kept all this.
Or by the crystal, if you wish. I do like its thrum.
Let's find it. I hear you've been quite busy. Only heard things second or third hand, however, at best.
You are not wrong. I suppose that is the case. I'm not quite sure where to start. I'll start with today then.
Sure.
It is no secret that there is concerns and worries about Professor Finn's behavior. It's gotten to the point where we are so distrusting that even if the man wasn't guilty, I believe that the enemy would fill those gaps of uncertainty with fear. Because that's what it does. It capitalizes off what you want most or what you fear most. And it does it well.
How did this lead to the confrontation on the ship?
I was tired of rumors. I was tired of second-hand information. I was tired of hearing about the fear of the cadets without being able to do anything myself. With them not being straightforward. With everyone playing middleman and trying to keep him from answering to anyone. I was tired of it. So I went there with the intent of speaking to the man myself. One of the GMA professors that were present, that are aware of everything, came with me, both as a witness and a mediator, and also, should Finn agree to it, to let him look at his wand. Look, nothing more. There is concerns that even if it's not him, the wand he has, the magic that has come from it, even that the Madame has identified, there is no mistaking what it is. I'm looking for any answer that may point to it something other than him. I digress.
It's fine.
When I went there...
A question.
Please,
For the sake of being direct. That's the goal. Cutting out the middleman.
Say again?
The goal is to cut out the middleman, isn't it?
Yes.
How about some direct questions?
Direct questions indeed. Some were asked.
Are you trying to kill him?
I thought I had to earlier. I did. I thought about it. But then... that would not prevent the enemy from switching to another. But you have to understand, Barian, we have never once witnessed somebody recover from the enemy's control. The cadets, myself, One day, it could happen. We do not know.
And here you are.
So far. So far. My line of thinking was that perhaps this is what the enemy would want. If, I can't believe I'm saying this, if what Finn is trying to do presents some sort of threat to the enemy, even if he's not on a clear-cut path and it's still dangerous, it would try to do away with him. It would try to cut him off or destroy him. I have often...
Well, bittersweet news on that note, then. With the assistance of his student Rise, we have disenchanted one of the daggers. Gavin and Rise both, with the assistance of Briar providing mana.
You did?
The runes can be unmade. That is what I was delivering to the deputy. The remains of the dagger and a bloody liquid that it dispersed. Going to be taking some written accounts from Gavin and Rise both about what they experienced, and I'll be providing everyone with the needed resources.
Was the deputy that didn't want me to speak
intended
with him?
Well,
wanted to be present for it, which is not very enticing when it comes to trust. I was somewhat understanding.
Well, up until this morning, when you changed your mind, it seems. There were lines being drawn.
I had drawn that line along the side of the Professor K. I offered my services to him. And he told me to find something on him. He put me to work, Professor. He's playing both sides of the table. Maybe in his mind he's diffusing things or buying time to diffuse things, but it's created more confusion amongst the cadets and myself. It is actually because that strange action that he took and the things that I heard when he was talking about his past that made me question him more and decide to speak to Finn. The fact that he came sprinting into the office with his wand drawn was disconcerting.
Well, Lila and Izanami were in that room with me. They had their own questions. Lila actually came up with an interesting idea. When I displayed that the daggers could be disenchanted, unmade, she suggested that we have Finn disarmed. It's not as easy as ordering him to hand it over. He'll just get another, find some other way. But if we can have him surrender it himself, even be there as we unmake it.
I'm gambling, Professor. I'm gambling that the
We
man...
all are.
No, hear me out. I'm gambling that the man's on the brink. That he is struggling. I believe the enemy assails him, whether he believes it or not. It must. You must have seen his desk. You were there before me. Covered in alcohol, caffeine, tea. The man is suffering.
That was after I cleaned it up.
I have gotten
It's a
him
mess
to
in there.
agree with the headmistress's prodding to allow me to work with him from here forward on everything. Everything that he's trying to do. Everything he's trying to research. The training he's doing with the cadets. I've told him I'm not there to report to anyone. I pointed to the headmistress. I'm not here to report to her. I want to dispel what is taking place at this academy because our cadets fear you. The staff fear you, and the enemy will find that fear and it will use it, and then we will become enemies when we never should have. It looked like he thought it over. I told him even if it made him feel less unsafe, I would allow him to bind me to chromatic glass. I will be vulnerable if he does that.
If my meddling did anything, Kay should be speaking to him right now as a friend.
I'm sorry, but I have no understanding of Kay's behavior right now. There's a difference
He's
between...
trying to save his friend.
At what cost, Professor? I understand that wholeheartedly. I do. But as I've said before, some of the longer-lived have seen that map turn black. And if you want to help your friend, you need them to connect with other people. So you're not the only mysterious person advocating for them. I told him when I first came here, the cadets hated me. And it's true. I was labeled the CAF spy. Everyone believed I was...
I know that title.
Everyone believed I was in the bushes, watching them speak their secrets. Most of the time I was in my office. I told him I saw a parallel. Somebody who came here with a job to do that was automatically distrusted. Now, I told him I was open. He has found himself in the center of many suspicious things. But I want to trust him. I want him to not be weakened to the enemy's influence, because no one is willing to stand with their shoulder next to him. And
Are you aware of his deadline?
yes, he came clean about it. The fact that he has one, the fact that they're pushing for it, makes me believe more that he's only been manipulated and he's not the enemy fully. That's why I told him.
Kay to give me a straight answer. When those majors come for him, he's willing to stand his ground. How much do you care about that uniform, Professor? I didn't come here to wave their flag.
I would die in it, Professor Berrien. I've given an arm, I might as well give everything else. Huh?
Hope it doesn't come to that.
That's the reason why I said let me work with you. I won't be able to watch you to make sure you are not afflicted, and you can watch me because you know I am. Of course, he was defensive about me mentioning any sort of affliction to him, and I said fine, that in the very least the person you trust the least, you'll be able to keep an eye on, and he'll be able to say nothing bad about what you do because he's witnessed it all. He seemed to agree. I
beg of you one favor.
I am all ears, Berrien.
What you are telling me, I need you to tell Jose. That girl has been fighting a one-person war. Trying to hold ground for him ever since Fortune Bay.
I believe
He's been alienated by the rest of the Academy, anyone who holds your word. And I've been trying very hard to pull her out of that.
I'll see to it. I'll make sure to talk to the other cadets as well. This isn't saying I fully trust the man, Berrien, but I want to give him a chance to prove me completely wrong.
If he crosses the line, I'll be there to strike him down, but until he does so...
Till he does so, my hands are at his side, not against him. I'll leave the talking to Kay to you. My trust in that man has waned today. And I will work with...
Understandably.
Professor Finn.
I'm not sure how much he's telling me is true, but he is opening up, at least somewhatly.
Well, either the guilt has started to make his mouth move, or when one paints themselves into a corner, there's not much choice. I had a bit of a higher opinion of him for today, but I will speak no further on it. As for Finn...
That's fine.
I know struggling when I see it. I'll see what I can do.
No one is beyond redemption.
I wish that was true, Professor. Some people are. But men like Finn are not. There are people whose hearts are black. That don't need to be convinced by the enemy to work for them. There are some that there's just something wrong with them. They love pain and violence.
If I agree to that, I'm defying everything I am.
Then ignore it as the babblings of a bitter old man.
You're free to have an opinion. I serve a goddess of forgiveness.
Forgive my words, Marion. I spoke rashly.
You have my mercy.
I will consider myself lucky.
Are you alright? This is the first time I've not seen you standing high, chin up, voicing some speech. Today you look hurt to the ground, and
I'm tired, Professor. I am tired. God.
When was the last time you did something for yourself?
Well, I am.
And not just drinking a bottle. Much harder, isn't it?
I see a point. What of it?
You let the light in your own heart to die, you cannot put it out into the world. You cannot make joy if you do not have any to give.
Time makes so much seem so frivolous. There
are twice as many blessings in the world as there are curses.
That is true. But when you witness these curses over and over and over again, butcherings and killings and hangings over ideals and massacres, riots...
Makes it much harder to just smell the flowers.
Especially when they're soaked in blood.
Especially.
I will never understand a great deal about this plane or its denizens. And it's ironic. I catch myself behaving like it. Catch myself behaving like the very thing that I am concerned about. I think everyone needs a paladin to anchor them, Professor.
And having to listen to my sort of rambling day in and day out, I would go mad.
There is a reason why I've always loved the Elvish people. That's why I chose to live there. Chose to have my family there. They've seen plenty. And you live long lives. And so many of you, when you die, are not bitter, not cold or angry. so many of you retain the glow that you would see in someone who has their whole life to live. And it was something that I admired. It was something that I came to love upon the forests of Eldoria. The different people that I had met there that all shared a love for the same cumulative thing. Life. Always life. It did not matter how much time passed. 50 years, 100 years. Whenever someone they came knew, they welcomed them with open arms. Berries and tea, cakes, whatever you could think, ready to welcome them back as if they never left. The trees themselves, everyone was its own personal gardener, for God's sake. They cared more for the wood around them than for themselves.
You're going to make me homesick at this rate.
Professor Berry and I am homesick. I considered Eldoria my home.
It still can be.
No. Not anymore. Everything that tied me to that beautiful dream that was a few thousand years of my life is gone. There's nothing left but ash. The daughter that I gave the remains of it to, the cottage that I loved so much, died the same day I gave it to her. That is that, Professor. No more distractions for me, I'm afraid. I would have outlived them all anyway. Perhaps it is for the best. I oftentimes wished I saw them before the bloom took them. But now I think perhaps it was a blessing I didn't. Excuse me, sorry.
It's a beautiful thing, Grant. I'm envious of Baron. Bit of silver takes them. A lot of us are unsure if we'll ever reach that. In the bloom are many, many. And knowing that their end can be peaceful. And a full life, something that I am very in. Something that I hope that I can help my brother achieve before the bloom takes him.
Goes without saying, Professor Baron. I'm very careful about where my heart strays. But every once in a while I come across mortals of this plane that remind me of what life should have been. I know there is a lot on our plate. And I know that the road we walk is a dangerous one. I am no stranger to it. But if there is ever anything that I can do to assist you in that endeavor, no matter what it is, you have earned my friendship, respect, and admiration. You have but to ask.
I have two leads. Two. Cursed is the work of a demon, who has long since gone missing. And any trace of his work that we've been able to uncover leads back to home. We believe the flower itself is the ingredient for the treatment. The second is not a cure, but a transformation. Vivina would make him one of her people. Rather than being my brother, I would be looking at... He would be alive. Yes, he would be alive. But it wouldn't be his face.
Professor Baron, I was given this same unfair and brutal choice when it came to Irinoria Sungrove. She was afraid to die. She had been strong for so long, refusing to go. Refusing to not be allowed to serve the Academy, and went on every mission that she could, despite fragile bones, tearing skin. And one day, I'll never forget it, we were in the stadium. Everyone was training, and she was doing so well with her bow, despite how hard things had gone. She said nothing, she just saw me watching, and she put away her bow and came over to me and hugged me, something she had always done. But she looked at me and she said, I'm afraid to die. And I have never felt so helpless. I had noticed how scrawny she had become, how weak her arms were around me.
At least you could hold her.
That time, you're right. And I'm grateful. But for all the illusions in the world, the realities I can warp, for all the things I could change, I couldn't save one life. And that has stuck with me. You have to let them choose. If they are so afraid of death and they wish another way, then it is their right and our duty to ensure that. No matter how much it hurts. I watched Irinoria get carried off by Victor to become something else. And it hurt. But I could never say no. So I made sure they could escape. They must choose. No matter how we feel.
I'm going to enjoy the night air before it.
Of course.
I'll see you.
I am sorry if I overstepped. Varian, you let me know if you need something. I mean that.
When the day. Are we sure?
Oh my gosh, I finally found y'all. Yo, the portals are freaking out.
How so?
The portal at the dorm keeps shimmering over to orange, and then the orange portal is shimmering orange. But there's nothing going in or out. Besides myself and Ryder, but he chickened out. He didn't want to come up here.
Well, we've been up here the whole time, I'm afraid, so I'm not sure.
The only other students I saw over here past curfew was Cadet Arbor and one of the GMA students that she was escorting.
Is this something you need me to look
we
at?
did have those Brussels sprouts running around. I don't know.
Otherwise, I'll just
telling the only people I knew.
I'll put it in a report and deliver it to the headmistress.
Oh, okay. Well, I should let you know one of those Brussels sprouts actually got into your office during the whole guard fiasco yesterday night.
I'm aware of the breach in my office and who was in it. Thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, it tore up your desk. I tried to put it all back to normal.
Cascade, thank you for the raid. I wonder if Barrion actually trusts him. I don't think it was a sour spot. I think it hurt him.
Come on.
Making someone else, or having somebody else choose is hard. It hurt when Barrion said, at least you got to hold them. And I'm like...
Berlin fucking vibes.
With Irinaria he did, not his wife and daughter. That you're aware of. You know how fucked up things are. That's alright. Planeswalker? I mean, not really. Not on purpose, anyway.
This is when we say we make our decisions when we decide to delve into what we do.
Alright.
Everything has died.
Do you know how hard you are to find?
Sorry.
I'm not interrupting, am I? I feel like I am.
No.
You can say if I am.
You're fine.
Oh, fuck. I thought this would be faster, but you know when you see something from far away and it looks closer than it really... Just sit down. This tree looks nice.
I can't move, so...
Even your hands?
I will sit here then. What a fucking fiasco.
So... Oh my god. I'm so... Okay.
What the fucking hell?
Can I touch it?
Stop it, I'm gonna fucking kick you.
Continue.
You were going to ask something before you fucking died.
Yeah, it's a gradual process right now. I assume that you didn't find out anything. Or rather, nothing redeeming.
It's complicated. I took a gamble and I don't know if it's going to pay off, but we'll see. Either what I did is going to be good, or I just fucked up big time.
Don't take me.
Is there anything that we can do?
Well, first of all, when I went to go speak to Professor Finn, Professor K came running with his wand drawn. I was told by several cadets that he was already at the ready. When he burst in, he was putting it away after having it pointing at my back. So that's something. On top of that, he refused to allow me to speak to K unless he was present. This I refused, as I was there to speak to Professor K, to Professor Finn, and not Professor K. I don't know what he was trying to prevent happen, or what he didn't want to hear us talk about, or what he was playing, interference for, but he was trying his best. But I know where he stands now. After he realized I wouldn't relent, he decided to call attention to my arm, saying that he did not trust me because it swirls with dark magics. Curious thing to say. I suppose I am now Key's boogeyman or something of the sort. Whatever the reason, I told him that I would come back. I went and got the headmistress, who thankfully pulled rank. Kay was told to depart, and I acquiesced to the headmistress being present. While this was going on, by the way, a guard came up with a rifle to keep an eye on us. So Kay's response like that shows quite a bit. All of that aside, to spare you all the build-up, I got Professor Finn to agree that everything that he does from here forward, every experiment, research, everything he does with a cadet, he's going to work with me on. Everything. It starts tomorrow in the caves. I told him that even if I had to bind myself to chromatic glass so he did not feel threatened by my presence I would. You don't need to tell you how vulnerable that will make me. I am gambling that this man is on the brink and has not fallen yet, and he needs someone, something. He's being pushed from up top. It's not just him. He's been given a deadline. Did you know about that?
Mentioned.
We talked to a degree. Tried to get him to redeem himself, but effectively we got the gist of something like that.
I'm going to try and stay on top of it and work with him. The reason for this is that the enemy feeds off of our fear. The amount of distrust that spreads, the enemy will fill that with fear and a belief to do something drastic. To move carefully and calculate slowly. You cannot be tricked into being rash. And you, my dear, need to stop getting yourself into so much trouble.
What did I do this time?
Your words with Kay, your words with the headmistress. I hear about it all, you know.
Everybody tonight.
I don't regret confronting the headmistress.
It's not about regret, Lila.
I know.
You have to play it safe. No matter how you feel, you need to be careful.
I know. Sorry.
They're looking for any reason to put you in the dungeon. Don't give them one. Because if it keeps happening, these majors are going to show back up. I don't know what's going to happen then. Alright? Now don't give me an empty nod. Do you understand, cadet?
Yes, Dad.
Alright. The less trouble you're in, the more I can focus. The more I can see to what must be done. And if something goes awry, Lila, I need you to be able to work with people to get things fixed if I'm out of commission. She's going to be one of your biggest allies. And to watch each other's backs. And you need to cool a bit. Alright?
Got it.
You're supposed to be the thinker, she's the puncher.
Yeah, now I'm over here trying to get her to calm down all night.
Be careful on your way back. Last scroll you're getting. Stay close to each other so you don't have any prefects call you out for being out when you're not supposed to. Linux prowling around.
Technically, you're allowed to be up here, I think. So.
It's the way
can hide in
between,
some
that's the
bushes or
loophole. From that cave to that teleporter, if you're caught out there, technically you're out of bounds. Good night, both of you. Be safe.
As well.
I'm not fucking going that way.
Climbing, that's how you beat him. I'll keep that in mind. We can show him up one
Well,
day.
we're singing for the raid! Welcome, Raiders!
Recharge is really overdue right now.
It is. It already was.
Like, really, really overdue.
Yeah, I think it stopped. I think it charged. It definitely recharged.
There's no way they were
The
escaping.
clinic.
If the teacher didn't get them, I was gonna go tackle them
Jammer.
myself. There's no way.
I was talking to
Jamie, do you need
Linné.
to burn a body?
No, there was.
You know what happened?
Alright, chat. Love you guys. We'll see you all later.
Giant green wings are probably the easiest thing to track.
You scared the living shit out of me just now. Oh my god, I have you at max volume.
I'm not even Ida.
I had you at max volume. I was like, I was in my menu and shit. My body's fucking up. That was eye-opening.
Pina colada. That was probably the most stressful conversation I've had.
Yeah, it almost went south very fast. But it worked out, man.
You're a beautiful bastard.
Here.
What'd I do? I mean you, it's your wings.
You had K with no excuses. You're just against the wall.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, man? There's no reason for this. I know my rights. I know my rights. So I requested mass. The headmistress. Fucking. That was funny. I was like silent. Albrecht's a little grumpy. I'm on my way to the office, and she's like, I'm about to go to bed, please.
Or silent.
And I said, not anymore.
He did go sprinting up the stairs with his wand
Yeah,
drawn.
man was coming in there like he was fucking Mad-Eye Moody about to blast down a Death Eater. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just wanted to talk.